In today's session, we look at one major mistake that you can make on the take back of your two-handed backhand. So I do have clients, and I'll show you a real live example in a minute, where clients take the racket back too close to their upper body. So they're tucked in here, and what happens then is you don't get the full benefit of a full wind up here. Right? So one of the things that really help with that, and to make it more rounder, more smoother, is try to extend your right arm, your dominant arm. Your non-dominant hand, for me the left, because I'm a right-hander, will be slightly bent because it's closer to my left shoulder. And I'm not forcing this, right? I'm just kind of loosely relaxing that. And that gives me a rounder and more effective swing. It also allows me to really let my racket drop under the ball and then swing up to my contact point. So again, make sure that your right arm here is fully extended. Left arm can be bent. And you get the full benefit of loading into your left hip and then also releasing that energy, right? So I'm having that load here. So I'm just tucking my elbows in. I'm just kind of rotating really quick up here, and that's not going to give me the consistency and the power that I want. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Micah Babel. I'm a former top 30 WTA pro, and I'm showing you the real life example right now. One thing that I'm seeing when I coach newer players, and Dre here on the left side is a newer player, he started about last October, is that the preparation and the swing path of the racket are not as smooth and fluid as the guy here to the right. So let's take a look at it here. So the first thing that we're seeing is that at the top of the swing here, about here, you see that Novak has his left arm bent, but his right arm is fully extended. And Dre has both arms pretty close and tucked to his upper body. So that kind of limits his ability to really bring the right shoulder and the right hip around. And you see the major difference here. We're looking at Novak's left hip and left shoulder. They're pointing to us, whereas Dre's hip and shoulder are pointing more to the left. So he's not getting this full coil here, and I believe that if we're getting that left arm a little bit more bent and then the right arm completely extended, that will really help him come around a little bit more and also create more power and control for that ball, and just making it a smoother and more fluid and easier to control motion. And then you're also seeing that how that translates into the contact point, and I'm starting with Novak here. He's got the contact point way further out, and he's got room between his rib cage here and his upper arm, whereas there's none here with Dre. And he does make contact out in front, that's okay, but it's just very much his entire arm, or both of his arms, kind of muscling around. And I don't want to be too disrespectful saying chicken wing it or T-Rexing it, but I think that's the easiest way to understand that you really want to have a lot more extension on your hitting arm when you bring in your racket back. So that's the next step that we're going to work on his backhand.